Hey everybody, breaking news. While you guys are unresting in all over our world, all over our country, and acting foolish all over the nation over the stupidest nonsense, over immigration and protecting people who broke the law. Okay? I'm going to say that again. Who broke the law. I'm not talking about the immigrants that came over, who even snuck over here illegally, the ones that are just nice people, not did anything wrong, just other than coming into the country illegally, okay? Other than that, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about the ones like they picked up in the raids, the targeted ones, the evil ones. Okay, those ones that y'all are protecting all through this, all this chaos going on, the riots in the streets, all over immigration. You know, there's two different breaking news stories going on right now. The UK is this close to a civil war. You want to know why? Not in support of illegal immigration, but against it. They are literally throwing people out of their country in the UK. Now, that was one breaking story I heard tonight. This has been going on for the past couple days. Apparently, there's riots all over the UK because of that nonsense, because of immigration. See, no other country allows it. I'm telling you, no other country. They tried in the UK, and look what happened. People had a fit. Zippy, come on. Go outside. You gotta go out? Honey, Nana's not gonna sit here with the door open. Come on, you gotta go out? Okay, I guess not. She's confused. Alright. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. Oh, now you wanna go out. Okay. She gets confused quite easily because she's like 12 years old, 13 years old, something like that. Anyway, but yeah. While you guys are acting the fools on the streets, and there's riots in the UK because of a civil war probably going on there, guess what just happened? Iran and Israel just went to war. And Iran probably pulled us into it because they just, according to Tausi TV, check him out on YouTube, Tausi TV, Iran just attacked our military bases over there, which is going to drag us into a war. Yeah. But you guys keep acting foolish. Yeah. Just so you know, yeah, the reason why is because Iran is a very, very naughty nation. And they can't have what they want. Because if they have what they want to have, they will use it against everyone. They will use it against us first. They will then use it against the next person and the next and the next and the next, and going down till there's no one left. And I'm talking about the big N, the nuclear. So just so you guys know, that's what's going on. That's the breaking news tonight, is Iran and Israel just went to war. And Iran, according to Tausi TV and the report that he got, just got hit. Or just hit us.
Israeli officials and leaders have now been transferred to a safe location, according to the IDF. We can also give you the most ridiculous statement that we have just received from the Islamic Republic of Iran, despite the fact that we've already shown you guys the evidence of everything that's actually been happening. Tehran Emergency Services have released a statement saying, currently, we have not received any official report of an incident resulting in an
They're obviously lying because it's not true.
Casualties. This is despite the fact that the chief of staff of the army has now been eliminated by Israel. Absolutely fascinating. I'm not really sure what
Yeah, they're not going to try, they're not telling people that, but yeah, their chief of staff got eliminated there.
69%. It's now reached $74. All right, let's quickly show you the map in case you're not familiar with Iran. So Tehran, obviously,
This is where the war is.
Iran. That's the main area. You got the IRGC bases, the headquarters, the research sites, the scientists, everybody's there, including my father, obviously. Then you have Fordo, that's one of the nuclear facilities. Arak is another one. Esfahan, which is kind of the third city in Iran. Natanz, of course, that's the main nuclear enrichment facility. We got Bushehr in the southern parts of Iran, and Bonab, which is in Tabriz, basically, near Tabriz, in the northwest of Iran. All this has been hit so far. More is going to be hit over the next few minutes and hours, and this operation is not going to end anytime soon. This is unlike what you saw last year and a few months ago. This is not a slap on the wrist. This is the Israelis ensuring that the Iranian regime are no longer a threat to their country. We now have the Islamic Republic of Iran, their state media, following the idiotic statement that I just read out. They have now confirmed that the Israelis have targeted the IRGC scientists working on the nuclear weapon. So they're not even denying it. This is literally the translation of what they said. They've admitted that the scientists are working on nuclear. Airspace has now been closed over both Iraq and Syria. This is, of course, we know exactly what that happened. So,
which basically means they out and out lied to the world because they said, oh, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Baloney. Iran is a very, very, see what I mean? They're very, very bad. Very bad. They're very evil. They're very, very bad. They're very evil. Anyway, but yes, that is the breaking news tonight. Tausi TV. Check him out.
Which was an ally to Iran. The Iranian jets are now flying over from Iran to Israel. They have to go through Iraq, Syria, and all that, and Jordan. These countries are now going to be stopping, apart from Iraq, they're going to be stopping the attacks from the Iranian regime. Now, those buildings, only the Islamic officials and their families live in the apartment complex that was hit as collapse. Obviously, we already knew that. We now have the confirmation as well. I wonder how far the Iranian fighter jets can actually go.
Okay, so now he's pretty much just talking about the fighter jets and what they're doing and stuff like that. But yeah, it's getting crazy out there. It really is. Our world is quite literally falling apart before our eyes. And when it comes to our situation, our personal situation, did you ever think that maybe an outside influence might have started this to keep us occupied so we're not paying attention to that? But I'm just saying, conspiracy? Maybe. But I can tell you right now, one, these insurrectionists, because they're sure in hell not protesters. They're insurrectionists because they're tearing apart stuff on our streets, openly defying the federal laws. So yeah, when I was growing up, you couldn't even say anything bad about the president because you could have been locked up. And now, apparently, you could do whatever the hell you want and you get away with it without any kind of penalty. And you foolish people are so wrapped up in your own lives that you're not paying attention to what's really happening throughout the world. Like World War III that we're about to enter, just so you know. Iran is doing this because they're telling the United States and Israel before you go, oh, we're sticking our nose. Well, guess why the U.S. is sticking their nose in? because Iran is trying to develop a nuclear program. The Islamic regime cannot have that type of program. Donald Trump is 100%. Remember Bin Laden and all of them crazy cuckoo touched in the head people that are like him? They come from over there. You cannot have a place like Iran where they're all cuckoo when it comes to the terry, and you know what I'm talking about. You can't, because then bad things happen. You think the supreme leader of Iran isn't going to just go, well, gee, I want to be the supreme leader of the entire world. I have a nuke now and I can do what I want with it. But nobody is listening to our president. Who knows what the hell is going on? I've been watching Tausi TV and following his channel, and he touches on it all the time. In this country, this is a joke at this point. It's a straight up insurrection, and the people should be charged as such. And that's not free speech. It's a straight up insurrection. This is worse than January 6th, just so you know. You guys are worse than what happened on January 6th. And now we are getting pulled into probably a world conflict. So, mama say papa to your boys, because we might have to do the draft again. Who knows? Just saying, there's another conspiracy that said supposedly it wasn't going to come true. I don't know though. Seems like it could to me. Anyway, shout out to Tausi TV, and for your breaking news on Israel and the war within that is coming without. Pay attention, folks, because it's happening. And that's not the type of conflict that you necessarily come back from. This is not a little skirmish like you're having right now on the streets of LA and the streets of Seattle, Washington. You know, it's nothing like that. This would be 20, 30, 50, 100 million times worse. So maybe go home and pay attention to what's really going on in the world instead of worrying about immigration, because let's face facts, you're not doing this for any cause. You're doing it because you jump from thing to thing to thing to thing, and it's ridiculous. We got real problems going on in this country, and you guys are acting like children. The laws are the laws for a reason. You cannot pick and choose what laws you want to follow. It doesn't work that way. And yet, you guys seem to think that it does. It does not. First and foremost, the fact that you guys would defend anyone who would harm a child. Because apparently there was reports that said that like 8 of these men were predators, straight up. That's absolutely disgusting, and anybody who defends that ought to be ashamed. Because that's disgusting. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, did you see what they were doing to the American flag? Did you really? They should be thrown out of this country immediately. Matter of fact, they should be sent to Israel. Send them over to Israel to join the IDF. Help Netanyahu out. There's a punishment for you, Mr. President. There was a time in this country that a federal judge, could give you a choice. Jail or prison or serve. your country. I think some people should be made to serve their country, Mr. President. Maybe they'll learn some, what do you call it? Learn some sense when it comes to how a country can and cannot survive. You see, you can't just let anyone in your country, because number one, the resources it takes to do that, and number two, well, look what happens when you do. So I hope you guys are proud of yourself, and I hope you guys are paying attention, because the world is about to enter actual war. Anyway, I will catch you all on the flip. Good luck, and remember, God loves you, and so do I. And to my subscribers and everybody out there, God bless. Stay safe. God loves you.